Apparently we are live now, so I'm gonna just start my intro song, which is very loud. I'm kind of realizing after I after I released it just how loud it is. Might be a little bit too pushed in a signal chain, but it's okay. Yeah, I have to turn that down. Here we go. Sup Shredders, welcome to this test live stream where I guess I'm just trying to stream again. If we go back to here, I hope you're well. Hope you've been taking care of yourself. I got not a lot to talk about today, which is truly probably very exciting for anyone watching this. It's a weird situation because there's been a lot of personal stuff, but also people aren't asking, so you shouldn't really share it because it doesn't make sense to, you know. I'm here just to probably listen through this track, or to listen just to sort of check how things are sounding in post. Yeah, it's a really loud piece. I'm kind of wondering whether I should lower the LUFS by 0.5 dB on the final album release. I mean, I think it sounds cool. You can hear everything here clearly in the mix. Because this is the song I released titled Glow, Good Morning. This is a song I released recently on Spotify. Yeah. It's actually comparatively louder than like a lot of stuff that I've listened to on Spotify. I think it might just be that it's kind of pushed. Sup, Blue Dinner Box and Pactinic. Pack and Pasitnik. Welcome to the live stream today. Hopefully you're well. Is that 175? It's 175, yeah. So you can see it down the bottom. How you guys going? You alright? You been taking care of yourselves? Yeah, so it's not a badly mixed track, but I think, yeah, it's just, it is comparatively a lot louder than a lot of the other tracks I'm hearing on Spotify at the moment, which is great. It's difficult, I think, yeah, like there's a little bit of distortion on the sides there, which could indicate it, but the problem is that the actual tone of the guitar in the mix itself is kind of like spicy. So it's a tricky situation. We'll get there in post though. I want to talk about something that's on my mind really quickly. There is a delay because of subtitles, and part of me wishes that I didn't have that delay because YouTube needs like 15 seconds or something like that in order to be able to process delays and send, you know, the subtitles and send them to people. So if you write a message and you are not sure of why I'm not responding immediately, simply just because YouTube takes a while to see it, you know what I mean, in the chat. Come to think of it, we can't see you guys at all, can we? Yeah, you can kind of see you there. There you go. There, you can see you there. But the trick is, is that, if I write a message, like I'm writing a message here to check the sizing of the window and docked. Yeah, so it doesn't actually show the entire message, which is kind of frustrating. You know what I mean? So you've got to kind of go here, I suppose. Yeah, on that side. So we can see it now, which is good. That's cool. Yeah. Haven't had any frame drops yet, which has been nice. Should we do some music news like old times? I don't know. Can. Music news. There we go. There's no song reviews today. I've been needing to fix up some piano for a client who realized in post that after recording their piano, they were not happy with most of it. And so I've needed to move the individual squares around so that their piano performance is good. So that's been something that's taken an hour today. It's paid work, but, you know, it's still busy. And we're going through another mortgage broker at the moment to try and figure out if we can, we're not going through it. Like, basically, we're just figuring out what we need to do to get a house. That's basically been the last few weeks of me not being on YouTube, has been trying to figure out a house. And I'm not complaining, and I'm not having a sad time, and I'm not feeling sorry for myself. Don't worry, I'm not going to go on it. Ooh. It's just that things have been busy, like for a lot of you, I assume. Sup, Jacob? So yeah, I will try to do more live streams, as I know some people like them. And it's just the unpredictability, I think, has affected it. That's cool. Who's getting Grammys? Blue Dinner Box. Who is getting Grammys? Do you know? Do people know who's getting a Grammy? You know, I never actually asked if people wanted the music news. I guess I just do it because I like to do it. Now, part of the reason that I'm also playing my track at the start of a live stream is because it allows me. It allows me to avoid someone copyright claiming the video and taking any potential revenues. DistroKid claims whenever my song is heard in a live stream or a video or anything along those lines, and immediately pulls it. And so basically, even if I check out something from Paul McCartney, if it does not get copyright blocked, I'll get a percentage of whatever earnings there are. Which is part of how, for any future reviews outside of the Fiverr stuff, that'll be how the channel will probably be monetized if there are reviews. So that's been a way to work around that, I think. It means that the musicians who made the music still get their cut, but that when I'm live streaming, I also get a cut of any potential ad revenue. That is put in, like, I never formally monetize these live streams. Very, very rarely, if no, I don't remember the last time I did. But now there will be no reason for me to miss out if that is the case, because it'll catch at the same time as it catches the other tracks, which is good. That solves that problem. Am I live? I am live. I've been live for 8 minutes. That's good. I can see that I'm moving. I really do wonder if there is a way to get more efficient captions. No, because captioning in YouTube incurs a delay. Obvious plugin. Yeah. Because it would be nice to not have to wait 15 seconds before YouTube shows the caption subtitles, so there's not as much of a delay. Text to speech for OBS. Oh. That's interesting. That's fascinating. Okay. Should we try this? Great. So this is like real time stuff. So potentially this could be a lot more efficient than what is going on with YouTube at the moment. If you like this, oh yeah, where is it? Source code? Can you go to download? Of course. Here we are. There's a separate area for it. Windows 64 installer. That's great. I'm going to put this on the other page, actually, just in case there's anything sort of like, anything weird going on. If this is going to be a virus, you guys are going to see it in real time. So that's great. Hang on. Okay, so I'll sort that out in my own time. But we might be able to get more accurate text-to-speech soon, which will be good. Or at least it'll be more efficient than YouTube's current system of waiting like 10 to 15 seconds to then have a delay to like, make the subtitles and then put them forward. So that it's more interactive. Don't know what else to say, really. I mean, this was just a test. Real talk with the YouTube channel, without getting too kind of like intense about it. I don't know what you'll want. I don't know how to make the YouTube channel work. I know how to make videos, and I am getting better at the audio and video side of things, I think. But I'm at a point now with YouTube where it's like, I feel like maybe I got lucky and I've never really known why that is. People have said that they like the reviews and stuff like that, and they like the reactions and stuff like that. But it's not like a universal thing, in the sense that I think it's the music that they appreciate me reviewing and stuff like that, as opposed to, across the board. To be fair, a lot of my sort of bigger videos also had lesser quality content. And so that could easily be the assumption, hey, the old stuff was like this, which I think just if you wanted to start a YouTube channel or do something like this, you need to make sure off the bat you've got exactly what you need. You can improve over time, but there are certain components you need, like you need the audio to be sorted. You need to be able to see yourself on webcam. That first impression is so important. And it's also, I suppose, having something exclusive, I don't know what to do with YouTube. I have to buy a house in 2 months' time, or I have to rent an expensive property in where I live. I may not even be able to do YouTube in the long term at all. Because the premise of YouTube is that you make content that you're passionate about and that people enjoy watching, and it either works or it doesn't. Jay Chow, JJ Lin, Lee Hom, and Jackie Chung did well. That's fair, Jacob. So, I mean, is that how, I suppose with that in mind, you'd niche yourself to those musicians? From a business perspective, especially with the Fiverr stuff, my concern is that if I niched myself purely to musicians from that part of the world, it would potentially kill my reviews entirely, because it may look like I'm only sort of like working with specific artists from a specific part of the world, which is fine for YouTubers who have scale, and they have people who follow them and do their thing and stuff. And I'm sure that people would just love to just have YouTube creators work on a specific band and potentially only that, or a few that they really care about. The concern is that in regards to the monetization, especially as the de facto position of a YouTube channel, I like there is it would need, I think, to be something that could be applied across all, and the artist matters. Basically, the way that it would probably work if I was to only specifically focus on musicians like JJ Lin and Jay Chow, etc., would be that I would probably have to forego the Fiverr stuff entirely and only work musicians from that part of the world. I just don't necessarily feel comfortable doing that. There's so much other music. And so the big boy pants sort of reality to that is um you would then just need to accept that your YouTube channel would not be successful in the sense that it probably wouldn't get a lot of attention. It would simply be more of a passion project. And if YouTube was going to be more of a passion project, especially when I need to be earning 100K a year minimum in order to probably afford a house, and I don't earn that at the moment, like that's in case I split up with my partner and things go south, minimum. It's just, again, this if that was the solution to specifically focus on only those musicians because that was the way to get traction, it's just going to result in the YouTube channel becoming a hobby. And I don't mind that, but I'm very busy nowadays with a lot of things, and the amount of time required to specifically create a channel which was only a hobby for me in my mid-30s is not ideal. And that's just the way it is. I'm not averse to working. You know, like with Billy, I really tried to make Billy work. I was doing about 100 hours a week. I'd be up until 4 o'clock in the morning trying to subtitle and figure out videos and work with different translations. I was desperate to make Billy work. And people come to YouTube videos to be entertained and to learn things and such. And I feel like you can learn stuff if you watch my videos. The effect of someone talking about a song and breaking it down can, for people who are maybe not as familiar with the material, is that they learn things. If they don't know that already, they often come. Half of it is simply, I think, validation of a musician and what they are about. And I think for a lot of people, the reason why things have shifted to reaction videos as opposed to reviews is that while it's great to understand music and get better and get to know it, more people simply, I think, relate to a musician or a person expressing joy and just really appreciating and having fun with it. And I've never really been the person to fake a reaction or be reactionary, especially not on purpose, when I listen to music because I want to understand it. When I did the fan requests and they weren't the $5 ones, the ones earlier, I genuinely enjoyed a lot of those. There were times we couldn't figure out a system to make it work with the queues, which was a shame. I mean, I tried my best with that. It just didn't work. We just couldn't make people happy. With the paid stuff, I think for a lot of people, there's like an expectation now. Like, for example, I'm mindful of the fact that if I'm charging, because in the past I've been able to charge like $25 USD for like a review video of a track, which includes a listen section, an occlusion and analysis part. You know, I've been able to go, okay, this is what this is, and people have been willing to pay it. It's why I have 1,200 orders through Fiverr, is because of that. But now there are people, I think, a lot of musicians, it's basically either that I am not as good as my job as I have been told to, or that I think I am, which is fine. I'll accept that. And that there's room for improvement. I need to look out for that. 50% of it is also that I think people want, when they make a track, they don't necessarily want to know what they've done wrong after they release it, which, when you think about it, makes a lot of sense, right? Why would you want to release a track and then get told you fucked up? It's more that I think you want someone to validate the work you've done and celebrate it. And that's why reaction videos, especially from indie musicians, are something they really enjoy, because it's important. It's important for someone to validate the creative endeavor you've done. And there's a lot of people who do really fantastic reaction videos. I don't. I will be honest. As you're probably aware, I have never really. I have a like a hypocrisy, I suppose, because I like gaming reaction channels. But I think for me, the justification I make there is that when I'm watching someone play a video game, I'm not watching them to review it. They're just playing a video game, right? I suppose in the same way, you're watching someone listen to a track and they're talking about it. It's an endearing personal thing. And also, to be honest, it's a very personable thing. I think a lot of people are lonely and they really want to have that person to be able to listen to music with. Even, especially if they really like a song, the fact that the other person is willing to listen to it for them is king. And so, maybe admittedly, what I do and what I have been doing for years now is just not viable at the moment. The world is changing. There is a movement towards a lot. It's just maybe it's something that like how the rot sets in for a company. There's little problems, we don't notice it until it gets kind of too late. I think that it's just time now to maybe look at like what was done well and what could have been done better. I think what was done well is that for example, with the collage video that was done recently, that's gotten some of the because the weirdest thing is that one of my videos I've done recently has gotten 30K views, and I think it's just because people have shared it. Sup, Judith? How you doing? And I think I don't I that collage video that got 30K views, which is extremely different to literally everything else I've had over apart from maybe the baby metal stuff, which is at a few thousand. There was just something about that collage video that resonated with people, and they shared it, and it's gone it's like 30K. It's twice the subscribers I have, so I consider that relatively viral for the channel. Um, I don't know if I want to get paid to make people feel good about their music. I don't even necessarily think that like you'd have to be genuine. You'd have to be really genuinely passionate about literally any music that you listen to in order to react to it in a way that would be constructive or honest or ethical. Because I can't imagine that if you're doing reaction videos and you have a terrible time with it and the musicians paid you to do it, that it would go across particularly well. I feel like you'd potentially get in a fair bit of crap for that. But yeah, I don't know what to do with YouTube. I don't know what to do. There have been things like, again, the discography views in the past, the $5 song live streams. I mean, like, if I was to not do Fiverr anymore and not do the YouTube live streams, that'd at least be about 25K a year drop. But it's what it is. And I think if you're in a position where you're even considering whether or not you should continue with something like this, you maybe need to have some serious sort of thoughts about it, because you just got to be honest with yourself, right? The goal with the YouTube channel initially, well, apart from doing the discography video for like Zhang Yuxing and stuff like that, was to get to 10K, subscribers, and we got there. We got there in the end, and we're almost at 15K now. And again, I don't want this to come off as me feeling sorry for myself, because that isn't the case at all. I don't expect anyone else to solve the problems or anything like that. But if you want authenticity, this is authenticity. Look. I think it's still worth considering the $5 request live streams. I'll still keep doing the Patreon stuff. I will still, but I just think it needs to be more careful from now on. It needs to be like, it needs to be calculated. You need to be thinking, okay, what is actually a smart idea to do in this position, in this situation? What would be a good move? Is it good to to just do stuff that you want to do. If you know that people are vibing with certain, stuff, is it good to sort of, and you know what, honestly, like, I think, to be fair, when you have a YouTube channel and it has experienced a little bit of success, you want to just accept that did something happen to the live? I just haven't been doing them, man. Honestly, Jacob, I just haven't been doing them. I just haven't been doing them. It's exhausting to sit there for like 40 minutes and this is something that is universal to streamers. Don't get me wrong. I'm not feeling sorry for myself. This is just unbridled honesty. And I'm not expecting anyone to change anything for me. I know the world doesn't fucking revolve around me. It's exhausting to sit there for 40 minutes with relative silence and then on a even like a bi-daily basis until someone comes along and wants to donate $5 for a song request. It's exhausting. It's just exhausting. It is. Because you think, okay, I've set aside this 2 hours, 3 days a week, for example, to do this. Some days are great. People come through and they donate. And to some people, that probably looks like I'm e-begging. I've never complained about the fact that I thought I deserve money from people for nothing. The whole purpose of me, for example, only wanting to have patrons as a tier on Patreon, for example, was because I did not feel comfortable just donating for the sake of donating. I wanted to make sure that if people donated to the Patreon, they received something in return. With the $5 live streams, I think what's happened is potentially people on Fiverr, for example, are looking at it and thinking, why the fuck would I bother? Paying 25 if I can pay 5. And that's absolutely fair because they know that the audience is there and a live stream because people want their tracks reviewed. If they go to a live stream, they will have an audience there. I know, but look, man, I feel you on that. Look, you're not gonna. Most people are not gonna fucking care, and I'm not being against self-pitying. I am fucking exhausted. I genuinely think that I have chronic fatigue issues. I'm at a point in my life where I have a full stack studio around me. There's a chance I could buy a house, something I've wanted. I should be happy, but I'm not. I'm about to release an album in December. I should be happy, but I'm not. And I've had issues with depression. And it could just be like just a really low, just a general low, yeah. I can't take a break. There's no break. Because if I do not figure out what to do by January, I will have to probably quit my job because I won't have a house. And then what I will need to do is potentially just stop everything, put the company on hold until I can find another job that pays me enough to be able to live on my own, and then go from there. There's no bullshit here. I cannot take a break. There is no break to be had. I'm looking at needing to create multiple online courses for different instruments and do all this other shit. I cannot take a break. And I have not had a real break without any bullshit since I was a teenager. It's okay, because this is the thing. My partner and I unofficially earn enough to be able to buy up to a house up to $1 million. This is what's so fucking stupid about it, is that we've been told that. And if we cannot find one in 2 months that we are both happy with and that I can work from, and this, I'm not wanting anything from anyone, I'm just being honest. I just, like, again, like, this is why I'm tired. And I feel so bad because I want to do live streams, but I don't want to make people feel sad. And I want to be happy. And I want to be able to just feel the joy that I see a lot of other people do in their review and reaction videos. And I consciously cannot force myself to fake it because I want it to be genuine. But this is not, this I do not want to dump my shit on anyone else. I'm an adult. I'm an adult. At least the subtitles are showing up perfect. I'll get through this. I always have. I wanted to live alone since I was in my teenager. There was stuff that went on in my teenage years that I'm not going to talk about here. I made a lot of stupid decisions in my 20s that I'm not going to talk about here. And you all have lives and you have shit you're dealing with, so I'm not going to go further with my stuff here. All I want you to know is that even though it may not look like I give a shit, I do. And even though it may not look like I'm trying, I am. And any time that I have not delivered on a promise that I've made, I swear to God, I'm not a religious person. I swear to God, I'm trying. And I just think that I need to only appear when I'm ready to do stuff, because I don't want to come onto a live stream and waste your time by being upset or miserable. I wish I could just put on a mask and no one could see my face. And then everything would be easier, because then, you know, people, they see that you're unhappy and then they feel like they have to do something. I don't want people to do anything else for me, but it's just what it is, you know, because people care. And it's, you know, this is stuff that everyone deals with. I'm taking a breath. Jacob, to make the Who Is artist into a series, find the hottest artist in Asian markets is Fujix there, and then go for 15-20 minutes into a series and just go for 15-20 minutes. Should be great. Thank you. It's honestly probably what I need to do. I'm sorry, the mic's probably peaking. It's what I need to do. Yeah, and shit happens. Like, again, I know everyone else has got problems. It's not fun to hear someone complain, especially when I also have a level of privilege. There are a lot of people who would love to be able to buy a house at all, and they will probably never be able to in New Zealand, because New Zealand's house market it's just fucked, and it is other places too. So that's why I haven't been here, though. My accountant is hurriedly getting my tax returns done because I overpaid $15,000 in income tax. I received $9,000 of it back. I'm still owed another $6,000 because I overpaid it, which was my bad. And I also need to find a doctor because I need to go figure out why I've had a sore throat for like 2 years. And I've gotten various people to sort of figure it out. It's not contagious. It's just like a chronic thing. But I'm going to go. I'm going to go because I could just keep going. Yeah. Thank you, Jacob. I appreciate that. I'm just looking around because my camera's here. Yeah, I'm happy for me too. It's just, if I could do it by myself, I would love to. The thing with getting a house is that there's all these other people and other moving parts, and you've just got to kind of massage and just kind of squiggle shit around. And I just want to, you know, I just want to fucking throw punches. I just want to beat the shit out of the out of the problem. But as you've said, like, I hope I can. Thank you, Jacob. I appreciate that. I want to be positive, and I want to provide. When people come in here, I want it to be chill and joy and happiness and just good vibes. And it's my responsibility to get me there. And I know what I have to do. I'm just tired, but so is a lot of people. And you just got to get up and you just got to move on and kind of boop your head and kind of, do this and just try and get better. Dinnerbox says, I'm also saving up for something I probably need next year. Blue Dinnerbox, I wish you the best of luck with saving for that. Don't know how old you are. If you're in your early 20s, please fucking invest. Just invest, dude. Get your compound savings. Get your retirement sorted in your 20s, man. Look, I'm going to go. This has just been a test live stream. It was initially so that I could just figure out if I could stream. But we're here now. I've talked about a bit of personal stuff. I don't think I've said anything I shouldn't have said. No, I didn't. No, I don't think I did. Thank you to who we got here. Blue Dinner Box, Paxit, Nick, Jacob, Judith, and Reimagined by Eve. Thank you for your support. Appreciate it. Hopefully you'll have a good day. I will get the patron stuff done. Don't worry. That'll be fine. No issues there. And I spent 6 hours yesterday on my mic tone only to make a video where I realized after uploading it that I was having some issues with the noise suppression thing that I was using. So I've now hopefully fixed that. Hopefully it's a bit less subtle. I'm probably going to delete that video simply because it's kind of stupid to have a video where you're like, I'm happy with my mic tone. And then you just realize it just sounds like shit. But stay cool and stay safe. And please remember to support your local musicians and artists. At this point in time, I got a new tattoo too, by the way. This is not me spending house money, by the way. This is me spending the money I got as a gift. I got this as a gift for an anniversary present. My partner is very generous. I appreciate that. But I am, I'm being responsible, okay? But I'll catch y'all in the next live stream. Spider hands out. 3, 2,